Welcome to another day of this series in which I've set out to learn the Create mod from scratch. As you can see here, yesterday we made the first, oops, I even fell. Yesterday we made the first train. It's a bit ugly, a bit simple, but now I know how trains work. I know how the tracks work and how I can program it. In fact, here's my first programmed train. It's going to go to one station and a little later it's going to go to the next one. This is great. But now I have another big problem, another big dilemma, and that's that I have to figure out how I can load items onto that train, and of course I have to connect it to the central warehouse. And how do I make it unload the items? So today I'm going to try to figure that out so I can keep delivering items to it continuously. For example, this extra flint we keep tossing into the lava. Maybe not throwing it in would be wise. I could send gravel too, but I'm not interested. And well, basically that's what we'll be taking, and if I have time, obviously I'll also send items from the quarry. So the first thing will be to create a station here. I need to choose carefully where to place it, probably behind that area. First, I'll remove this. I also need to figure out how to destroy a train. If I click here and disassemble the train, I can take the items with me. Was the coal enough? No, honestly, I don't know. Okay, so that's how you disassemble the train. All right, that's important to know. Since this is temporary, obviously I won't have mine going through here, so I have to remove them, and I'll keep you updated. Why did I tell you yesterday that I was going to a YouTube event? It's a lie. The day before yesterday, I went to a YouTube event in Madrid at the Google offices. I didn't know what to expect since I'd never been to one before. The truth is, I had never been invited to one before. It was super cool. I met a lot of people, the Google employees. I have to say that at least the ones who gave us presentations and talked to us about new things and all that, they really know their stuff, which surprises me, you know? They really understand the YouTube creator experience, which is very cool. They explained several things to us that are useful, and above all, I also met a lot of people there. Creators like me, some I knew, others I didn't, and honestly, it was totally worth it. I want to take this train apart. Honestly, the voice I have right now, this hoarse voice I have, well, my throat and nose and everything are very sensitive. So, the air in Madrid, it's not good for me, but that's not why. I'm just sick. I already hit myself, okay? Sorry. If my voice sounds bad during the video, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to stop recording, obviously. Okay? I've disassembled the train. I'm taking it with me. I'm taking it. But anyway, good thing you're obviously watching these following days much later for many reasons. But, well, one of them is this, that there are always delays. I'm sick and can record, but my voice sounds worse. However, Miguel, the editor, is much sicker. He has a 38-degree fever and more. So it's a good thing that this time we're ahead of schedule. Well, last time I was ahead too, but I used up all the time. Everything happens during the season, but it's okay, because today I'm going to try to make it a good day, because I'm going to try to build my first functional train. The one from yesterday obviously wasn't fully functional, it just went around in circles. So let's see if I can get it to carry items from here to there. I'm using FreeCam a little bit here because I'm deciding where to take the train. At first I thought it would go this way, but it actually cuts through the middle, which I don't like. It reminds me of Madrid. I was just there yesterday. The roads go right through the middle of everything, and I don't like that. So what I was thinking was to go this way, make a detour, and then come in from the back. Now I want to use the same track for both trains. I don't know, because I'm not really sure how trains work right now, but maybe I can make use of it. Let's build a station here. I'll reuse the track, but I'm not sure. Trains need to return, and it seems they can't use the same track to come back. Maybe I'll put one for going and one for coming back on the same side, but I'm not sure how it would turn around. I'll just experiment. All right, it looks like they can go up steps, which is something I hadn't checked before. It doesn't let you make too sharp a curve, just like with turns. But, well, I think I'll use it like this. All right, thanks. This is weird, isn't it? I've made the first connections and still have many tracks left. I've used 2.5 stacks and will need to make more, but it's not a big issue. Progress is a bit behind. I don't know if it's the best layout, but it is weird that the tracks just go over the water like that. It's a bit ugly. I should add some decoration. Maybe I'll build a bridge here, a simple bridge. Yeah, it needs some detail because otherwise it's really ugly, so I'll add some detail. Either a bridge or something, I don't know. Here I can also keep it at the same height so it doesn't drop. This is all the andesite I have left and I'm going to use it up now. That's fine since I'm only making something temporary, not building the whole bridges. I'll add decoration later, but for now, I'm doing it this way to make sure it works and I don't run out of daylight. Decorating isn't my priority right now. As you can see, FreeCam is very useful for me. I'm going to set up a closed circuit mainly because I don't know if you remember when I tested it the other day. And it doesn't let the trains go in both directions, right? It's like they have to turn around. It can't handle programmed routes otherwise, so I'm going to make a closed circuit. Well, first let's test it and then we'll see. If I want to connect another one, I have an idea to keep the trains from crashing. It's just an idea and I'm not sure it would work. Honestly, this whole train thing is really different. I don't know if I like it more or less. I can't tell you 100% yet. But I don't know all the stuff about energy, gears, and so on. I feel like it's another mod. Do you guys feel that way? This train thing feels like a different mod, not just an extension, though we've discussed there are many extensions. I'm curious and might add one, but I'm not sure I'll have time. I'm interested in nuclear energy since I never built it in industrial craft. Well, the other option is to make another series, but with industrial craft, and get to nuclear energy. That would be cool. Also, the most important and the hardest thing about trains is the turns. I need to ensure it turns fully, maybe using that little island. That's why I considered placing the turn here like this. The problem is the curve. I don't want it to be so noticeable. Can I set it up this way and use this section for loading and unloading? This gives me more space. Let's check from above. It seems more logical. If I combine these two, like if I make this a single island, all of this connected here, where I am right now, then it would be like the loading and unloading area. I don't know if there's enough space, but well, I can do it here, okay? So the circuit is closed like this. It seems it reminds me of Scalextric. I don't know if you played with those as kids. I didn't have many, but I use mine a lot. Now I'll try to make the first track. Now comes the real challenge, which is putting objects on a train. Let's see if we can put objects on a train and send it over there. All right, okay. Let's see, let's start with this. First, I'm gonna set up the train station. I'm gonna call it Fabrica with an accent, and I'm going to create a new train. By the way, I've seen people online make some incredible designs, you know? I mean, really, really beautiful designs. For now, let's see, I can put more of these here. For now, I'm gonna go with a simpler one, but maybe I should place the station further ahead. I think so here. I don't know if I should make it a bit longer like this. All right, let's do it. Honestly, I have no idea how to design a nice looking train. I'm gonna use andesite again. I'll make the base out of andesite. I guess the glass will help a lot. Hi, this is me. My eyes are a bit small. Is there a better representation? Me in full body. Yes, that's how I am. I'm a bit sad because I went to my PC, finished eating, and then I thought, well, let's record a bit of create mode. And when I got here, the computer told me no. Well, the computer, no. Specifically, the connection with Mojang has to give me access to my account. But everything went down, access to all Minecraft accounts. Well, absolutely all of them. So, well, I'm sad. And so, since I want to, look, I'm doing this way in advance. Luckily, this doesn't affect anything, but since I have limited time to record each day, I need to record something, but can't access Minecraft. I've tried everything to access offline, but I can only access a version that's not the mod version. Because I use a launcher. I use this launcher, MULTIMC. I have everything here, but well, my account got logged out and it won't let me go offline. And I think it's because I don't have the account. But anyway, I even tried to modify a file, the accounts file, to add one there. So, well, I decided to use Paint. Because I'm going to tell you about one of the plans I had, the one we were talking about. It's a plan with the three of us. This is the factory, this here, and this is the quarry, and this here is the warehouse. Okay? So now we've connected a train like this, more or less, this is how the train is connected. I'm going to do it in another color. The thing is, what I thought of, I think it can be done in the mod, but I'm not sure. We'll have to check. Okay, let's suppose something. I have a train here, and this train is loading. This train here from the quarry leaves does the whole route. Click, 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 click. It gets here and finds this train that's still loading for whatever reason, and it can't reload this train. So this one is messing things up. Well, they're messing each other up. What occurred to me is to make a siding. This occurred to me without even knowing yet how to load a train. But well, we'll see later if I can make this happen or not, or what. But to make a siding over here in such a way that this is the loading area, so here the train will be loading, click, 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 and if this train needs to pass, it can pass perfectly. And this one just has to wait, and that's it. Of course, I also want to do this here. The thing is, because of the space, it's going to be a bit more difficult, but I would like to do it. I don't know if I'll have to do it like this or something like that. A siding, and on that siding, to be able to load the train and let more trains pass. What does this allow me to do? It not only allows me to have 2 trains and for it to work well, but it also lets me add a third one. I'm not sure it can be detected, but I could have a third one running around like this. And as soon as, for example, this one comes out here before it unloads, it's already back in here again. So I'd pretty much always have one unloading here. And I guess if in the future I want to add, I don't know, maybe a new station here. Well, maybe I could, I don't know, I'm rambling because Minecraft isn't working for me, so I can't make any progress. Well, I could add it if I put an extension here, but then it would have to come back. Yeah, it would be the same, everything would go into the same loop, but it would probably get overloaded, so it would be better to make another one. But I'd figure that out later. That matters less to me right now. What matters is this, and that Minecraft works for me. I'm gonna try again. After all that complaining, I finished recording that clip, and now it works. Could it be a train? I'll use these bolts items. What should I do? Should I make a big one or an item vault? I'm considering a large load too. The worst train in the world. Let's see, I also have to put the control in the blaze, okay? And now I have to stick everything together. We'll make nice trains later. I'm sorry, is this the ugliest train you've ever seen in your life? Well, it's very, very likely the assembly has failed. Too many cars linked together. How many can I link? What do you mean 3? Too many? 3 isn't a lot. Okay, so I'll make everything smaller. I'll do it all as a tribute. They're already killing my vibe. I don't know if it'll work like this. Install at least 1 orientation control block. I'm missing the super glue. Sorry, okay. Unnamed train, cargo train 1. Okay. All right, I have the train schedules here. Travel to the station, but it's not there. The other one doesn't exist, but I'm gonna name it warehouse. Oh, I don't know how this works. I have no idea how to program this. It's crazy. Add action, well, deliver package now, but if I get to the warehouse, I don't want to wait 5 seconds. What I want is to have less than 1 object, or exactly 0 objects. I mean, for it to be empty, okay? So, next stop, warehouse. Continue. Yes, the train contains exactly 0 objects of any kind. Perfect. This condition scares me, because if it's 0 objects of any kind, it's always going to have 0 objects of something. No, I mean 0 objects of door, of fence, of cherry tree. Well, I hope it works. And after that, what does it have to do? It has to travel to the station factory back. And here, cargo condition of objects. 1,000 more than, well, I don't know, 1,000 objects. That's 10 stacks. So, when it has 10 stacks of something, I'm in a currently disabled loop. No, well, enabled. Okay, but let's see. I have to put an inserter on it, right? A little kiss, the one for kisses. I think I have to do that, but I'm not sure. I'll try it, and if not, I'll find another way. Does it mention anything in the achievements? Oh, you can go through the nether. That's cool. It doesn't say anything about this. For now, I would have to disassemble it. This should work, right? So here I put another one, but that takes items out, right? It doesn't put items in. This is more for unloading, not for loading. This one is for loading. Oh no, I wasn't recording. Oh, I wasn't recording, and I don't know from what point. Wait. Okay. Well, I'm gonna act like nothing happened and we'll repeat it. If you think this is the first time, it's not. What if I put a duct here on top? It works like a hopper, right? Didn't I already record this? I set the condition to 64 items instead of 640 to be able to run tests. So it hasn't reached 64 yet, but if I put this in, it will reach it, right? So now its function starts. Since it has reached 64 items, which could be 640, now it's moving to the warehouse, which I just set up and named warehouse. I also added one of those little kiss things there. So it's unloading the items. And when it has 0 left, it leaves. And the same thing happened to me again. Obviously, it can't just unload items like that. They have to go onto the conveyor belt. Or maybe it can unload them that way? Actually, it doesn't seem that hard. The train part works for now. Now I just need to connect the systems and all that. The first thing I need is algae. So I'm going to use the very few rockets I have to go get them. right, okay. Let's start with the first item transport, which is to take everything we produce from here, which is this, and the flint from over there needs to be taken to the train. Somehow, it occurred to me that I could make one of these belts over the top, but maybe it would look ugly. I considered placing it directly on these blocks along the path, but it seemed annoying since you have to walk around there. So my conclusion is that I'm going to run it through here and put glass on top, and I think that'll fix the path, at least a little bit. I don't know if it's the best idea, but it kind of follows the natural path, right? So for this, I brought the kelp. Look, it's wonderful, wonderful, and I'll end up using it all. Anyway, I have enough to last a while like this, though I'm not sure it makes sense. It would be something like this. Right? Let's see, the shape makes it cool, honestly, but everything is kind of too close together. All right, so like this, and that's it. Another one, this will do. Okay. It spins at maximum speed. I think I'll keep it at maximum so my buddy can spin it. We do it like this, of course, but it spins the other way. Oh, right, it's just too slow. Okay, this will work, and now we have to spin the other one. Oh, I'm going crazy. It spins the other way. That's always the hardest part for me, you know? On top of that, I add another one. My idea would be to put these funnels so the items come out. Too many items have come out, honestly. I don't know if I want the iron. Well, yes, I do want to take it out. This is running again. So is it making more? Because you know the andesite production was stopped again because of this? That's cool. It uses lava and still has plenty left. So I'll keep making this path all the way there. Oh no, oh, shit. This can be fixed. Let's see, I'm trying to fix it. Okay, I think luckily I managed to save it. I'm already like a city. I'm starting to have problems in the underworld, man. I recall there was a way to move objects vertically, maybe with the duct. I want to try it. There are fans there, but I don't think it lifts enough to need it. Okay, it should be like this. The first thing I'm going to do is change it to 640 at least, but I'm making 10 stacks. This could take a lot more. I'm a bit scared to connect it. Everything is going a little too well. Okay, so the objects wait. This is what I wanted and needed to know. The objects are going to wait here until I take them, so now I can start adding, for example, this and all of this. The thing is, I haven't made any receiving method over there. Now let's do it quickly before it despawns. Here, I would make them come out in stacks of 64. Okay, the train is coming back. It's going to load 10 stacks and it's going to work perfectly. All right, I want to stop it. I don't want to stop this. Yeah, I'm going to stop it. Just a second. It's unloading everything here, but of course. Perfect. The items are going over there. Okay, now I have to make one for andesite and another for iron because I'm adding new ones here and I'm not acting accordingly. Maybe I don't have enough. Maybe, yeah, with these, let's see, I'm almost completely out. I have nothing of redstone. I think this is faster than hooking up the machine, at least for what I need. By the way, I don't know if I ever showed this, but I'll show you now. The quarry broke at some point. When I came back the last day, it was broken, and that's because stone was forming. So the solution is very simple. You just have to put more drills on top, not just the ones on the bottom, but also on top. And with that, it should work for now. What I can do is mine this and reactivate it. I don't know if I want to do that though. Yeah, because in those chests, there will also be redstone. As you can see, there's still a lot of stone, so the machine can't go up since it's empty. Look, there's redstone. I don't know whether to connect it or not right now. The only thing is this stone. Maybe I'll just throw it all away and that's it. It has more range. No, yeah, well, I'm going to connect it for something. I spent 10 days learning how to make it. And this redstone block, plus there are 9 redstone. Meanwhile, I'm going to do what I have to, which is this right here, the pink quartz together with paper. Here's what I need to make brass things. I keep saying I need to automate it, but I haven't yet. It's still on the list and will take forever. I couldn't have left a block without removing it, right? I'm not sure if that's the reason, but it seems like it, or I don't know why it's not working. Now it suddenly works, okay? Let's see if it drops anything. Yeah, it does. Oh, there was barely anything. It does what it's supposed to. There it is. It moves forward and down. It bugged out, but it works. I'm glad to see my super machine is still working. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for a while. And for now, I'll use the polished pink quartz I have. All right, this is what I wanted them for because now I expand here like one of these One of these goes around. This one uses andesite and this one uses iron, which I don't have. With this, it should be ready. Let's do a simulation as if all the items were coming in like this, and they should all be arriving. All right, that's fast. Here's the iron, here's the andesite, and everything else will pile up back here. Great, I need to mark it somehow so I know what's in each spot, but well, an item frame, something like that. We'll do that later so everything's ready. We're not going to connect it yet. All right, last rocket. Let's see if it's on the right route. There goes my train. Done. All right, it's unloading, but not really unloading. That's not 64 by 64. It's very slow. I'll put a brass funnel on. Now I'll get on the train and do it. It didn't take long. No, I don't know why. It seemed like a lot to me anyway. It's 16 by 16. All right, here we go with it. Nice. How many does it take each time? Yeah, it's 16. I could do it like this and it unloads faster. Let's check if this should be the fastest, because I'm unloading 2 stacks every very little time. All right, it doesn't take long to arrive. Of course, it's a small load. I could do bigger loads, but for now, I don't think I need them. All right, this is going super fast. Look, 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 it's flying. I can't believe it, huh? My first item transport station. Who would have thought? Just yesterday, I learned it was a train, and today the station is already here. Really, really fun. I mean, like I said before, it feels like a whole different mod. It's super, super, super fun, amazing. I love it, man. I'm really proud of this, huh? I'm so happy. I'm gonna connect the flint to it, but actually there's too much. I want the excess to go somewhere other than the lava. But now I don't know if there's going to be excess flint. Let's see. Yes, yes, there will be. There will always be, right? For example, the flint would come out there, but I have to set it so that's flint, but that it only takes out flint. All right, that works for me. I slipped some sand in there, but it doesn't matter. Well, I'm not going to cover this up for now. Okay, so is the flint connected? By the way, I had a question about this because I need andesite to get here. Since this never reaches 64, it will always pull from here. It will have priority, which is what I want, so that's great. The flint isn't full yet, which I think is great, and when it fills up, it'll go. Wow, this is wonderful, isn't it? As you can see, the flint all went there. Let's check if more comes out. I want to see the path. There's some left, that's about 1 flint, but there's extra. It falls over here, and I'm gonna miss it, but there it goes. It falls onto the train. That's great, 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 great. Wow, I'm super happy, you know? I need to build more vaults like these and make them much larger, with bigger storage and unloading areas, etc. Of course, the surplus comes here. I'm gonna put, it doesn't cost me anything, a little chest, just in case something escapes, whatever it is. If something escapes, well, it ends up here. Everything will be really full, not to the maximum, of course. Ah, look, flint is already starting to arrive, huh? And I've connected the quarry to see how it's going. Well, there's no leftover. What happened? Andesite? There's a lot coming in, including dirt, but it hasn't mined any leftovers. Did it get stuck again? Amazing what a little water can do, huh? All of this was done with just 1 water block. Look, it's still mining. It left a big chunk. It's always amazing to see. I love watching all the different items come in. Redstone has already arrived. Ah, my dirt and andesite are full. There are just too many items. Be careful. Obviously, this is temporary, but well, we've already completed the big challenge of having a train bring the goods from the factory to the warehouse. It's still very temporary, but it will get better. Let's see if tomorrow I'm able to connect a 3rd train. It moves items from here to there without crashing or conflicts. Thanks for supporting the series. See you in the next video. Goodbye, and I'll be waiting for you there.